Good afternoon. In the previous class we discussed about the pie chart, and now today we will study about the continuation of the previous class, box chart. As we have studied in the box class, it is also in a distribution of variables, but the middle half of the values will be taken care. For example, you can see here it is in a red box. It talks about a patient with respect to the age and with respect to the recovery. Now if you see his age is from between 20 to 60, the recovery of that by using a drug one will be a chances of 35 to 40%. So in this way it is also a distributed value, but each box shows the middle half of the values, distributed value. So such types of charts is called as box charts, which is extended to extreme value in the either direction, either maybe in the x-axis or with respect to y-axis. So this is called as a box chart. Now we will go with another chart called as a bubble chart or a bubble graph. Bubble graph is an interesting way of displaying the multiple dimensions in one chart. For example, it is in a variant of a scattered plot with many data points marked on 2 dimensions. Now imagine that each data point on the graph is bubble, or it has been circled. The size of the circle and the color fill on the circle could represent 2 additional dimensions. For example, you can see there is also just like a bar graph where x-axis talks about the width, y-axis talks about the length. There are different types of circles, and if the mass, you can see the colors, he has given a one index with, if it is in a radius of 5, then it is a 20 mass. If it is in a radius of 10, 35. If it is a radius of 15, it is about 50, and how the color is been filled. So here I want to say that it is also displaying a multiple dimension, but in the single chart by using a line chart or by using a graph chart. So this is called as which will always useful to represent the additional information or the additional dimensions of the multiple distributed dimensions values. Now in the previous classes we all studied about the different type charts. We will summarize one by one. Now you can see it is in the graph, it is in a pie chart where we talks about the probable distribution of a value. The polar chart is a chart which we discuss about with the directions, either from the north, how much north to west, or because it is in a 4 direction within 2 4, so there are 8 direction. In that 8 direction how the data is being stretched out. Similarly the bubble which fills the color, and it is a multiple dimension in a single chart. It is about a scattered, which talks about for example we studied about scattered, that is about 2 subjects which is not interrelated each other. The student may be a good at some extremes like in a math subject, mass, or it may be extremely good with a science subject. So it will not incorporate with each other. That is a scattered. A line chart is a graphical representation. Bar chart with a probability with a weight it will give, and the area wise chart, it is a Gantt chart, high level to a low level, that is in a box chart. That is a candlestick chart, a box whisker chart, where it can have travel from top and as well as the travel with respect to the age and drug. We discussed this one. Similarly the time series. So here there are some of the different charts are there. Once if the data is been selected and it has been collected, then how to represent the data in terms of visualization. So that is called as data visualization. So I'll just go back with an information that is about the types of the charts. So this is a dials. You can see this is one more type of chart. These are the charts like in a speed dial in the car that shows whether the variable values such as the sales number is in the low range or in the medium range or in the high range, just like in a speedometer. These ranges could color red, yellow and green to give an instant view of the data. That exactly I want to know today whether there is a high demand for my product, or there was a high demand for a huge data. No, there is a fully loss, I don't have sales only. So this type of information instantly, I want within 1 hour, I want within a fraction of a second, I want to know within a frequent of 10-15 minutes, I want to know the output or the result. Then we will use this type of chart called as a dials chart. Now this is the one chart we left it. It is a graphical, a geographical data maps are a particularly useful maps to denote the statistics. So this is about the graphical or geographical data map. Now I'll just go through to summarize the data visualization. Data visualization is an objective is to encourage the eye to compare different pieces of data, make large data set coherent, avoid the distorting what the data have to say, induce the viewer to think, reveal the data at several level of detail, and it shows an even and reveal and then the data tells. So this is one chart. We'll go quickly. That is a line graph, scattered graph, bar graph, stacked bar graph, where each strategy and how it stack on one on the other, the one on top of the other, to tell the interesting stories of that particular strategy. Similarly, the histogram chart, pie chart. This is a box charts. We can travel both the direction, on upper and below, but within a middle half of the values will be scattered. That is a box chart. Then it is in a bubble chart with a color field. Then about the gear of the car, that is the speedometer of the car, that is about the instant, that is about the dial chart, and then a geographical chart. So these are the categories, summarize the summary of the different types of charts we have used. Now we have come to a last video of this module 1. So in the module 1, starting from the first, we have studied about the data warehousing, data mining, data visualization, the restoring of the data, collecting the data, and collecting the quality of the data, and how it is related with the data, how the data can be processed. So this is about the module 3 information. Thank you.